Olivia, and this is my journey through special education. Going into this, I knew nothing about special education. I just decided to change my major last spring semester at the very end. So I had little to no understanding of what I was getting into. I did, however, have a little bit of influence of why I wanted to choose special education. This is because of my brother Grant, who's 15, and he is a diagnosed dyslexic. I've been working with him probably since 6th grade, when he was in 6th grade, just doing homework with him and working through different academic strategies and such. I didn't exactly understand his disability until probably my 11th grade year, where he was actually diagnosed as a dyslexic, and he started to go through different tutoring processes and seeing how those didn't really help him at all. Different things, his frustrations, my family's frustrations, so I figured I would go into special education because I really enjoyed working with Grant, and I understand the frustration of the student and I understand the frustration of the parent side as well. So I'm really excited to be able to work with students like Grant. Another reason why I chose special education is because at the end of second semester there were probably 5 people in my life that would say to me, "Oh, Lydia, you should be a teacher." And I had never thought about being a teacher before. It's something I feel like you grow up knowing that you want to be a teacher, but I never really had that, and so I was kind of hesitant at first, but then I thought, oh yeah, I work well with Grant and I enjoy kids, so let's give it a shot, and it's turned out to be really great. I have had confirmation that I want to be a teacher through my placement this last quad. I have absolutely loved working with the students over at the elementary school that I was placed in. I loved working in the special education department, but I also loved working in the 2nd grade classroom with the paraprofessionals. It was great to be able to just relate with the kids and really come alongside them, not only as just their academic coach, but check in with how they're doing and just kind of really get to know them and see what works and what doesn't work. I could have been turned off to the special education department because of the experience that I had. The teacher was just kind of not very encouraging to her students. She wasn't always the kindest, not always for them in the sense that you need to be when you're a special education teacher. But I took that and it motivated me to be the kind of special education teacher that would be for their students and that would motivate them and that would always take the time to check in with them and see how they were doing and just really be their support, because a lot of the times the kids get really frustrated in the traditional classroom because it's difficult for them to learn by traditional means. So the placement has not only confirmed, but it has motivated me to be the kind of teacher that I hope to be someday. That we learned in special ed class is about PACER, and from the beginning I didn't know anything about PACER. I didn't know what PACER was, what they did, or where they were located or anything like that, but we got the opportunity to stream the PACER session in the library and just kind of see what they have to offer and hear them talk about various topics. The topic that we were watching was on assistive technology, and I didn't know what that was, so that was good. I learned about that, learned about how that can help the students really, and that's one thing that I really enjoy about PACER is that they're always about the students. It's always how can we help the students succeed, what will work the best for them to achieve what they need to in the traditional school setting or even in the special education department. PACER is mostly geared to parents, which is another thing I like, because I think if you have the parent on board and supportive of the child, then they'll be able to support them in the home as much as maybe the special ed department is in the school setting. So that was really great to see. We also explored the PACER website, and I was really surprised by all the different services they offered, all the different links, all the different locations that they have. And I know that they started as a really small organization, and it's really cool just to see their growth and look at all that they've accomplished and all the students that they've been able to help through all their different resources and grants and all those things. So it's important for the parents to realize that assistive technology does not only help one kind of student, it helps all students. PACER is very great at catering to any kind of student with any kind of disability. So some different spectrums that they said they covered through assistive technology was mobility, vision and hearing, communication, recreation, sensory, computer access, and education. So that pretty much covers every student, and they said they take each student and they work with them individually to figure out what technology they need that would help them succeed the best. I know it sounds kind of silly to choose Door to Door as one of my aha moments, but it truly was. I really enjoyed watching the film in class, and it really helped me to see things through a person's eyes. It helped me to feel what they were feeling. It helped me to just be able to put myself in their shoes. It was a really great film. It was really heartwarming. It touched my heart, made me even shed a few tears, but it really helped me put disabilities in a real life situation, and it was great to see how he reacted to it and how the people that were close to him reacted to it too. I loved the movie. It was wonderful. Dr. Banks, please keep showing this movie in special ed because it's wonderful. So another thing that helped me in my journey to understanding special education was learning about RTI, or Respond to Intervention. And Respond to Intervention is all about students with learning disabilities. So this was very near and dear to my heart. And RTI is stemmed out of IDEA, and that started in 1975. And RTI, you could call it their slogan, is if we wait, they fail. So RTI is all about catching the students' disabilities early on so that the students can receive the services that they need to succeed. This is essential to the student in their academic and social career so that they can get the services or the technology or whatever they need as soon as possible so they can start working on overcoming their disability. So it was really wonderful to learn about IEPs because obviously in the special education department that is one of the most important things for the student to be able to receive all the services they need, for everyone to be in communication with each other. It's just something that's very essential to their learning and to your instruction as a special education teacher. So an IEP is an individualized education plan, and it is a wonderful thing. We went over it talking about the different goals, how to write goals, looking at short-term and long-term goals, looking at objectives. Also we looked at, as a team, or different teams, couple teams, we looked at a different case that was made up, and we tried to determine an IEP for them. So that was really great because obviously we'll use that in our future teaching career. Also, we did a functional behavior assessment and then set up IEP goals for a student that we observed in our placement. So that was really helpful to be able to take what we're learning in the classroom about IEPs and functional behavior disorders and then use that in our placement where we are visually seeing the children, where we're hands-on working with them, where we built the relationship with that child, but then really assessing what's going on and then setting goals for them. So overall, my journey to special education has been like this. I started out knowing nothing and I ended up, I feel, pretty educated about what special education is. It's really helped me develop even more so my passion for students with learning disabilities or with different kind of special needs. I've really enjoyed my time at my placement. I'm really sad that it's over. And I've just enjoyed gaining knowledge about really how to help the students, because as a teacher, that's what I ultimately want to do, is to help my students succeed and to help them feel confident in what they're doing.